This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
Back with Cynthia Isaac. We're honored she's joining us today. We're going to get a real treat here. For those of you who don't know, she really offers a very unique and transformative spiritual life coaching experience with her coaching, with her retreats, with so much more. She's here helping you. So, hi, Cynthia. Welcome back. How's it going?
Hi, Jill. It's
Perfect.
good to be with you again. We've had a little bit of a break,
Hiatus.
and
We'll call it a
I did miss
hiatus.
you.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I would like to kind of do a quick run summary to know where we are, and then at that point, you and I can talk. You can ask
sure.
questions, whatever
Sure.
we feel is necessary. Initially, my business is Divine Human Beings, and initially we talked about the fact that we all of us, every person in this, well, in the earth now, we're both divine and we are a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Once we were born into the world, living in this world, we're living in a matrix, in an illusion, in simulation, okay?
Yep.
And we've been conditioned by our families, by our parents, teachers, guardians, pastors, other people, okay? So the main thing there is that we need to know, the question is, do you know who you are?
Hmm.
And when you know who you are, the next question is, why are you here?
Hmm.
Okay. So by coming into being birthed into this earth, we've actually lost our royal mindset.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really know who we are anymore. We lost our self-esteem and we've actually devalued ourselves. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what this is all about, is getting us to rise up back to our position that we belong. Out of that, I have been coaching with a lot of women, especially Black women, because I help them to heal. I help them to recognize where they're being stuck. And so I develop what I call the infinite love retreats. And I'm a divine guide, which means that I'm just guiding people through their own path, through their own journey. I'm not asking you to change
Yeah.
anything. I'm not asking you to fix anything. You just be you. And as you go through whatever it is that you're going through, and you bump into questions or you bump into a situation like, I don't quite understand this, this is
Right.
how I can help you get through whatever it is that you're going through. And the idea is that what I found is that this is really about breaking a lot of cycles,
Mm-hmm.
generational curses, maybe this trauma, wounds that you may not even be aware of. And this is hindering us from really being all that we can be and all that we were sent here to be.
Right.
And the answer, well, first, I'll like to share some of the things that I've come across, particularly, like I said, with Black women. I actually have we'll say something a little later about that, but there's a lot of silence, which means that uh, they tend not to want to talk. There's some suppression, silence, shame, suffering. Uh, Even when it's talking about sensuality or sexuality, there's just kind of a quietness, and I see that as a somewhat a residue from slavery. And so that's why I specifically talk to Black women about that, so that we can let that go, release
Yeah.
that, drop that, so that we can move on. Because the idea is actually to move into love. And
Mm-hmm.
you know what? You can't love anyone else until you love yourself. So this is about, well, how do we love ourselves? And so, as I said, I work with different people, and now
Mm-hmm.
at this point, I am actually offering a trip to Egypt for a number of women. And the whole purpose is for us to go there and learn to love ourselves. Luxurious, lavish love. Well, how do you do that? That's what
Mm-hmm.
we're going to be talking about. And Jill and I believe the last time we talked, she had asked some of those questions as well. And so, what I came down to was, first of all, are you asleep?
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you're not asleep, then you are probably awake,
Yep.
right? So, okay, in
Exactly.
your awakeness, what's going on for you? My next question would be, are you aware?
Hmm.
Are you aware of what's going on in your life? Are you aware of where you're going? Are you aware of anything that might be hindering you? And again, that's where I go back to my coaching, where there's been a lot of miseducation, a lot of untruths, and I'm into the truth. And the truth is, we're actually leading to Christ consciousness. Okay, so when we become conscious of Christ and conscious of who we are as female beings, and then explore that further, I know that most Black women, they find that in the church. And
Mm-hmm.
this is not a critique. It's
Yeah.
just the way that we've been bred and born is to go to the church to get that healing and deliverance. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the truth is, most people don't get that complete healing and deliverance that they're expecting. It's just not enough. And they're still not free. They may be
Mm.
better, but they're not free. So we are talking about moving into total freedom. And so I would like to say that you really can't heal what you are refusing to reveal. So that takes us to now. And Jill, I just want to bring you up to date that since we have talked and we've gotten together, I have actually attended 3 spiritual retreats since I talked to you. And I have had dreams and downloads and shifts and change into how I
Oh,
am
wow.
presenting this truth. And I'm now open to all people. Now, I do have a special place and a special thing where I talk to Black women about things that are happening to them. But I am open to all women because I believe that this is the year, the time of the woman. And we want the woman to really be released and to move to her rightful place as a divine human being.
We are divine. Uh-huh. Each and every one of us. Darn right. Yes, yes. Tell me more.
Yeah, well, I mean that came about. I was really I think I've always been asked or questioned, why is it that, in my a lot of my coaching, I was really speaking and have been speaking to Black women only. And my idea was to bring a safe, sacred container where we can be there and we can really share what's on our hearts. Because so many times I found in an open environment, people, Black women, tend to be silenced, shut down, not really sharing what's really on their hearts. And I had an opportunity to get with some women that shared intimate things on their hearts as to why they were not able to move forward, or that they were holding things. Some women were holding things for years. And I'm talking about 50
Yeah.
years plus. Can you imagine living in a lifestyle or in a place where you've had something that's been shame, whatever it is
Whew.
that you've been holding on for 50 years?
That's a lot. Mm-hmm. That's a lot.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, we all have things that we experience, and we all have things that we may have been holding on to. But the fact that there were so many that were sharing, and I'm not going to say intimate things they were sharing, but that what
Mm-hmm.
they were sharing, they opened up. And I said,
Yeah.
this is why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I want them to have that opportunity to express themselves, learn to value themselves, know when they're in a good situation versus one that's not so healthy for them. And again, it all leads back to love. It all leads back to unity. We are one. And I mean, we, the earth, the people, we are all one, yet we have different experiences. So how do we break those situations that causes us to hold ourselves back and not be the person that we were created to be? And that's where I come in to help guide people to that place.
Mm. You're guiding us. I want to hear. Where are we going?
Yes. This on one of these, I have gone to 3 retreats since we talked. And
Mm-hmm.
on one of them, I was amazed. I was amazed because these are mixed situations where we have mostly women. Actually, there were a few men in this one, which is very rare. Mostly women, and we were able to talk about how we see the divine. as a female, where's the female aspect of God? We talked about that. And I actually had a few women come up to me at the end, talk to me, hug me, and share their hearts. And they were saying that we're so grateful to be here and to hear the things that we're hearing
Yeah.
because we're concerned and we want to know too, you know. And so the two women that came to me, one of them I had actually had a conversation with. And so at the end, they both came to me and said, and I shared the Egypt trip with them, and they actually shared with me
Aw.
how opening and revealing it was to be in that atmosphere and to feel free. And they understood why we may have separate uh, conversations going. There was a conversation separate that would include them, and then another conversation that's separate that really had the Black women in one place, if
Yep.
that makes sense. So it's not about race. It's not about anything like that. It's mostly about healing. And I say that my whole thing is to heal humanity one heart at a time. That is what I proposed when I first came up with divine human beings. And I knew that as human beings, all of us are expressing some type of hurt, different people, different levels. And so
Yep.
my idea was to, okay, well, how do we help these women be relieved from these different types of hurt that they're experiencing?
True.
And of
Yep.
course, the first way that I could do is to think about what about my own hurt and what have I gone through and what have I learned and how do I
Mm-hmm.
help someone else
And
through
how?
what I learned?
Yep.
And now I'm being advanced to say, okay, that's good. You can do that. But guess what? You need to open it up to, and I was wondering, well, how do I do that? You know, to make the Black women feel free and feel safe to speak what's in their hearts, as well as now we also have white women who experience things as well. And it's not about black and white. That is not the issue. The issue is we as divine human beings, how do we get back to our rightful place? How do we get back home? How do we get back to
Yep.
love? And in
Yep.
doing that, all of humanity it raises up. All of humanity is healed
Two.
in doing this.
Got it. Ooh. Well, let me ask, hold on, for those who are curious, you mentioned about the retreat, right?
Yes.
When is it happening? I want more details on it. I don't know if you're ready to talk about that yet. I'm just curious.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. My retreat that I have is to Egypt, and it's called the
Mm-hmm.
Splendors of Egypt, and we're going there to experience lavish luxury love. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, I want you
Yeah.
to be so endued with love and embodied with what love is, so that when you come from there, whatever issues that you may be dealing with, you'll know how to
Mm-hmm.
work through them. So part of that is teaching you or showing you how you yourself can work through that. And then you becoming the best you transcending self-transcendence, you transcending into your journey, whatever love means to you. This is not about me trying to tell you what you should or should not experience. This is about you as you experience, sharing and doing whatever is necessary for you
Yeah.
to release anything that's hindering you from being the very best you that you can be. This is called self-transcendence.
I
And
love
once you do that, your whole life changes. Your whole entire life changes. You don't put up with stuff you used to put up with.
it. Yeah.
You just don't deal with it. You don't. You don't have
Mm-hmm.
to, because you know who you are. You know why you're here, and you know how to maintain and represent yourself in all of this.
I love it. This is
So
exciting
that's happening
stuff.
September
Okay.
the 15th of 2006. So there's still time to if you want information, there's still time to ask for information. There's still time if you care to sign up. There's still time for all of that. But I just really want you to know that there is help out there, and
Yeah.
I feel blessed that I have the ability and have been given this position to be able to help people.
Beautiful. That it really is. And I love what you're doing. I know we took a little hiatus here, but you've been busy off to the punches working on this. And this is exciting. Have you had any new interest? Do you have a great group of ladies already like getting together? Can you tell us anything?
Oh yeah, I have a group that I've been working with on Zoom. This is a smaller group,
Hmm.
and then like I said, recently in these other groups, we've had larger groups, and it was not just me being there. There were other people as well. So other leaders as well, other people who would be healing as well. And that combination, it blew my mind. I mean, I myself was not aware of some of the things that these women were experiencing. And honestly, when I heard it, um, it just let me know how much more we need to get the word out for healing for women in general.
Yeah.
And the reasons why this is not happening.
Yeah.
Because, our society is not set up for us women to really lead. It
Mm,
isn't.
no.
And that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
And it's nobody's fault. It's not about anyone's fault. It's just about the fact that what do we as women do?
Yeah.
We're not represented in the spiritual face. We're not represented I speak to a lot of women who are what I call faith women. They go to
Yeah.
church. I went to church regularly. I don't necessarily go to church now, but I am still in that environment. I know the people, but I went to church for years. And I'm talking like 20 years.
It's
And
so true.
church was good for me because I learned a lot of things in church. And
Hmm.
as a result of learning those things and um, operating in those principles, it helped me to be a better person. But what I didn't understand was that there were so many other things that were limiting that I didn't know that was limiting me until after. And so this is the kind of thing that I want to bring out. And
Yeah.
mostly it's set up as a patriarchal system. This is
Yeah.
really all about, men, and particularly white men set this up. And when I say set this up, that's the system that we're operating in now. And this is not about being negative or uh, shooting anyone down. This is about the realities of we are facing. And even right now in the earth, even right now in our country, what are we facing? And why are we facing this? And how do we change it? How do we shift it? Do we want the next 20, 30, 50 years to be the same as we've already had?
Yeah. No. 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 We want better. It's getting better, but it's still not 100%. My goodness, we have still a long way to
So,
go.
so when you say better, what does better look like to you?
Better means I'm speaking as far as females are concerned, right? And women in general. And I feel like we've come a long way as far as equal rights, equal pay. Still no, we're close, but we're getting a little better. But I still feel that women are taking a lot less serious than our male counterparts. And in the work we do, we are, obviously the pay scale is a lot less. This has all been proven stuff, and I feel it's gotten better. But still, it's still I think we still see a lot of, unfortunately, companies discriminating against women. And when it comes to pay, when it comes to positions, when it comes to what they think we can handle, or then we can talk about maternity leave and all that. It's better, but not great.
Yeah, and the thing about it is it's better because we need both.
Mm-hmm.
We've been living in the male's perspective, and we also need the female's perspective. So we need female leaders, we need female politicians, we need female in the spiritual realm, we need females in every realm. And these females are more than they have the capacity of leading in a much greater way without
Mm-hmm.
hurting anyone. We're not talking about hurting anyone or putting anyone down. We're talking
Yeah.
about building up.
Mm-hmm. I want to build. I got a lot going on. I'm excited about it, and I think you are too. I feel the power. I feel it, and I feel inspired. It's the new season. It's just This is awesome. We got this. As women, right? Would you say over the years, have you noticed the change in us?
Yeah, I am noticing some change. Absolutely. I am noticing some change. Absolutely. Yes.
But
Yes.
not enough.
And that's a good thing. That's a good thing because we just have to um build on that change.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be better for all of us,
Yeah.
you know, in humanity, all of us. And then when the women are leading like that, guess what?
What?
The family changes, the children changes,
Oh,
the
yeah.
way we do things change. Well, it's going to change anyway because we're forced to. Meaning that right now it's like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to talk about that, but it's true. One of the things that I'm experiencing is even with companies at my bank. Just the other day, I went to my bank and I have been able to get into my bank account, dialing in on the phone with no
Mm-hmm.
problem for 20 years. And
Yeah.
I am not exaggerating. But the other day, and I wasn't, well, the other day I learned again for the about third or fourth time, I could not get into my account. And I
Oh.
couldn't get any help because they kept on, there was no person to talk to. Hit number one, option number two, option number three, and no person. So I went into the bank and I had to break all that down. It took me like, and I'm not about an hour and a half. And
Mm-hmm.
then I actually was able to get back in. But again, that's because of the way we are now doing business. And you're not actually talking to a person. You're talking to an answering machine or AI or whoever it is, and they're like, press option one, well, da da da, press option two, da da da, and I'm saying, may I speak to a human, please? May I speak to customer service? And that's the world we're in right now. So
Aw.
we're forced to do that.
Yeah.
And I don't
No.
particularly like it. I like the old school way where I can talk to a person.
Mm-hmm.
But we're in a place where sometimes you can't do that.
I
So
know.
what do you do?
We keep it real. We keep it going. We keep trying and do our best that we can do. And yeah, Cynthia, I mean, so let me just ask, before we leave, I know we're focused, you're helping women, especially transform and so many others. Now, besides the retreat, which I know is our biggest topic because this is super important to get more of like-minded women together for this on a daily basis. You're still coaching, right? I mean, this
Oh,
is your,
yeah,
go ahead.
absolutely, absolutely. I'm coaching, and people can reach me I do one-on-one coaching, and I
Mm-hmm.
also do group coaching in addition to my upcoming Infinite Love Treatment retreat. And this is the first time I'm doing that because I'm really stressing on this whole love thing.
Ooh, the love thing. Tell us more. Sounds good, sweetie. Well, let's do this. We have to go, unfortunately. Remind us how we can contact you, if you don't mind.
Actually, the best way to contact me is through my website, Cynthia-Isaac.com, and that
Mhm.
is where you want to find out more about what I do. And you can also find out the different offerings that I have. And you can also, and that's info at Cynthia-Isaac.com. Or you can actually contact me directly, especially for one-on-ones or talking about a potential one-on-one. And that would be Coach Isaac at yahoo.com. I look at that email every day, so I'm going to see it. But again, just contact me at Coach Isaac at yahoo.com. You may email me, and then I will get in touch with you.
Perfect. Thank you again for being here, for joining us, and hopefully we'll connect again soon. I know it's been a while, but I'm glad that we caught up. You're doing well and still continuing to pursue helping so many. Thank you.
Thank you, Jill.
Bye. Have a great
Bye now.
day. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.